Yeah, we're live. Let me, got it. It's live streamed. Let me record on my local. Yeah, everyone. Welcome to our abundance reading 365 days to this year for 2023. We started this 365 days abundance reading challenge since day one. So today is actually our day 118. I've been used to do this on my cell phone on Instagram. And today is the first time I want to move this to our YouTube channel, because I just feel like on YouTube channel, we could do a little bit relatively longer videos and it could be saved on it. But on Instagram, I don't know how long time they could save, and people's attention span is so short on their cell phone, right? Nobody would like to listen to over 30 minutes of reading, but on YouTube, this may be the better platform. It's never too late, okay? Even though today is 118 days, it's still great for us to start here. So I'm doing the experiment, by the way. I'm at the same time on my cell phone, on my YouTube channel. I don't know if how people could see this live at the same time, because I know that it's live streaming to the YouTube. So it's just like a fun for experiment. And you see here on my cell phone, on my channel, there are quite some videos already. And let me see if I can see if this live is where is this live? I was just wondering. It should show somewhere, right? If I go to my channel on the same time, bear with me just a moment, okay? I could see from another screen from YouTube, it is live streaming, but I'm not sure if it's showing on my, let's say, okay, if it's showing on my front end of my channel. So let me just quickly do an experiment. This is the first time, so bear with me just one moment before we get to our book reading. Today we will read this book. I will share with you quite soon, okay? So let me quickly check my channel from my laptop. If I go to this channel, I don't know where is this live video is showing. It's very interesting. So maybe I will figure it out later, because now I'm on this front, let's say front, let me see, where is showing this live stream? Because normally they should show it on your home, right? But the home, now I could not see it. Interesting. Let me see from the Zoom side. Let's see if there, it's just a live on YouTube. I don't know where it is on the YouTube. That's so funny thing. So this is a good learning journey. I will figure that out maybe later. As you can see, actually, I can see that I have two screens on the YouTube screen and on my Zoom screen. I just don't know where this is showing. Oh, actually, see, I could quickly go to edit video. If I, this is just like showing if you are entrepreneur, okay? If you are doing a similar thing, I could show you. So I can go to the editing where this living, see where I can put this playlist. Let me see if I can create a new playlist. Let's say a new playlist. I will then put it like a public to see if it's showing. New playlist. Add the title to be Abundance Reading. Abundance 365 days reading day. This is a playlist, okay. 2023. 365 days reading. That's it. Abundance 365 days reading. Without much description, public, and create. So I'll now create a new playlist. Then we will see I save it, this video. Let me quickly see if I can see this on my YouTube channel. I already created this one to be public. Let's refresh my channel. This is like what you're doing. It's like live and doing the let's say the new experiment. Let me say, where can I see this new playlist? Where can I find this new playlist? There should be some, let's say, manage, maybe customize channel. Customize channel. Let me see if I can put this one live. They shouldn't allow us to do this like in advance, right? Just one moment. Sorry for this. First one is like it's test, it's experiment to see if I can put this new channel somewhere. Add a section. Okay, let me add a section and a single playlist. Let's see. Where is my new one? Let me type this. Abundance 365 days reading. Where is that? Oh, I can see one video here. Let's see. And publish. Where is it? Okay, it's coming. Okay. Thank God it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Let me put ahead of the short videos. At least it will be, let me see, maybe before my like a Chinese public speaking, right under the passing interview. Let's see. This will work. Actually, I think it will work before I publish it. Let me see, where should I put it? Maybe on the top. It's like a Momentum Monday, and it's reading, freedom challenge, highlight. Yeah, I definitely want to highlight it. So now I'm like customize my channel. I'm putting this a little bit top. Let's say should be before my abundance or leadership, before, because I'm doing this every day. So it should be live. Even, let me see, under Momentum Monday or before the Momentum Monday, under. So let's see. We have like a playlist 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see, single abundance reading. Let's see if I put it on the top, how interesting it will be, because I just want to see it immediately. Okay, then I publish it. Oh, this is fun. Okay, while I'm doing it. Now let me go to my channel. So changes published, and let me go to my channel. Let me update my channel. See if it's there. Let me see if some magic is happening. Not yet. Magic is not happening yet. Oh, okay. And they get like a default. I don't know why the default. Now it's on my channel. It's very interesting. It's even on the top. It's become the featured. Oh, where's my previous featured? This is funny. Okay. So I think I want leave it there. Let me see. Oh, because I put it above my feature. No, feature video for the running, for returning feature sections. Let's see. Okay. So feature sections is on the top now. Anyway, for returning subscribers, I used to have the content one, the content video, short video on my top video spotlight. See, YouTube channel has a lot of things for you to figure out. Let me, for example, put this under my, actually, I want to just leave it here, okay? Let's do this now. Let's see if this is, you're putting the default thumbnail of my public speaking in Harvard Club of Boston. Let me see this video. Where's I did not even add any thumbnail yet. So let's default, that's fine. They are using the cover, let's say the banner of the channel's banner as a default one. So that's fine. At least now it's live. Okay, let's get back. Thank you so much for your patience. And now let's get back to my video. Let me see, is it still like live? Let me see if this is still live. And I'm still live. Let me get back to my, this is still live, showing live. Okay, let me get back to my Zoom. I muted my YouTube side and get back to my Zoom. So hopefully from now on, every day it's working and it will be featured on the top of my YouTube channel. This is so funny. Oh, thank you so much. And we are coming back to our fifth book. Our fifth book. Let me see. Okay, the fifth book by Oprah Winfrey, The Wisdom of Sundays. Life-changing insights from Super Soul Conversations by Oprah Winfrey. This is her #1 New York Times bestseller. Last time we read her a lot of books. Let me quickly show you. Hold on one moment. Here. It's her, a lot of book, The Path Made Clear. Discovering Your Life's Purpose, Direction and Purpose by Oprah Winfrey. This is actually a later book after the Wisdom of Sundays. So, and we finished this one and I feel like so great and I just can't wait. By the way, wait for me, just get my pencil here because I normally love to use a pencil to underline. That's why I love a hard copy book. So I could underline, I could take notes. This belongs to me, right? This is a great book. I don't know if in the future this kind of book will be more valuable than now. If I become some kind of more impactful person, then all my books put those notes and underlines, right, will be great. All right. So today we're in the chapter 8 already. Chapter 8, Grace and Gratitude. That's why I want more people to hear this kind of a great wisdom and insights on this chapter. Is super important chapter because we've already gone through the previous chapters. All this kind of from awakening, from let's say quickly, from awakening to intention, to mindfulness, spiritual GPS, EGO, that's your ego, and forgiveness, and broken open. And now the 8th chapter, Grace and Gratitude. There are so many jewels, really like that insights, like from the super soul conversation. And on page 159, this is our today's day 118 messages. Okay, so I will read and I will share the inspirations from my experience, from my aha, from everything. So this will be like really raw. Everything's just like there's no preparation. Okay, right on the spot when I'm reading, experience this abundance reading and also reflection and my great aha and inspirations share with you on the spot. So I hope you would love reading as well. So I know this is the first episode, even though I've already done 117 on Instagram, but this is the first one on YouTube. It's like, this is my long-term passion since I was a little child. I loved reading. And when I was a child, back in southwest of China, so like a poor, small county, very difficult to find some good books, but I was still grateful during that time. I found some great, like for the youth, some publications. And whenever I visit somebody's home, I would look for books everywhere. I would actually, I was never a nerd. I was quite developed, like every aspect, like the athlete part and music part or art part. But I was so into reading. And so then after I went to college and then all these busy things, right? Like a study for the career and then graduated to go to the society and join the big companies and then immigrated to the US, get married, get kids. As a mom, oh my God, it's just like the biggest hobby I had to drop off for many years. Till last year, I feel like every day, it's like super busy, right? I always wanted to get back to read again, but never could find that kind of a whole piece of time. And now as I reflect that journey, it's not just because I did not really have time. Of course, I'm still busy this year, but then I changed my mindset and changed my perspective. And especially I made my commitment dedicated to this journey. So now I just put this alongside as my challenge. From like before the end of the year, right? I planned for this. I said, I need to hold myself accountable. And I also need to let my community, Abundant Entrepreneurs community, I have that on Facebook and also on LinkedIn, let people hold me accountable as well. So I announced it and I also want to contribute to inspire other people. I want to encourage more people to read. And I encouraged my son to read and he now has his reading and biking club. And I just want to encourage more, like doesn't matter what's your age. Reading is really this kind of one of the greatest enrichment of our life, and also the easiest, the cheapest way towards your abundance. Okay, so you do not need a lot of money or travel to fancy places or search over the whole world to find the abundance. It's right here inside of you, and especially the books. Why? These are great inspirations for you to connect with that abundance inside of you. So I hope this message inspires you. Okay, let's start. Okay, so now on page 159 of this book in chapter 8, Grace and Gratitude. Now it's from Paul Williams and Tracy Jackson. I love this book. By the way, it's all the colorful. You have a picture, you see, great quality pictures and inspirations from both Oprah and all the illuminators she interviewed on the Super Soul Sundays. Tracy Jackson said, if you have gratitude, you don't have room for fear. And that was one of the biggest things, that fear holds us back to so much. Fear is what causes so much of our bad behavior and our poor choices. And gratitude can't live with fear in the same way that love can't live with fear. So if you are grateful, you move to that place of love, and trust is soul, right? Trust is God. Wow, this is all connected. The gratitude, love. So here, I love what she said. If you are grateful, you move to that place of love. And trust is God, right? Trust is God. Trust, love, gratitude is God. Paul Williams said, trust is the big amigo. Tracy said, trust is knowing that there is a power greater than yourself at work here, and trust in it will all work out. Yeah, we've been as human beings, because we know that we have so many like limitations, right? And especially like realities in the life sometimes limited us, squeeze us. We will feel like we are very small. We may feel like compared with the whole universe, we are nothing. And but when you trust especially trust God, trust the universe, trust the universal intelligence, doesn't matter your faith or your beliefs. If we have to trust, you relieve your burden. Do not put all those burdens on your own shoulder. Okay, put that trust in the universe, and things will work out, and you will have the touch of gratitude, love, trust, and grace. And also abundance. In my words right here, like everybody has their own terminology or their own niche. Oprah Winfrey is focusing on the grace part, the gratitude here, and in my words is abundance. Paul said, yes, I'm grateful for everything that has ever happened in my life, the good and the bad. You have to get to a certain level of life's experience and get to really into the wisdom side to know that, to really appreciate it, both good and bad. And you roll it into your life. If you are in a car wreck, you are grateful that nobody was hurt. If they are hurt, grateful that they didn't die. If they die, you are grateful for the chance you had to know them. Wow. You know, it's an expandable gratitude. One size fits all. Put it in your heart and use it. I love Paul used this example, especially like if they are hurt, right? Grateful for they didn't die. If they die, you're grateful for the chance you had to know them. To really like memorize their life, have that kind of connection, and also be grateful for their existence when they were still alive. So this is amazing, and it's an expandable gratitude. I recently, for example, my son had a bike and car accident. He was riding his brand new track bike. We just bought it over $2,000, right? It's like he negotiated a long time with us, and he need to work out for that. But within 30 minutes after we bought that new one, he wanted to try it. He could not hold his excitement, right? Because he has been waiting for it for a long time. So without wearing even like getting back home to get his helmet, he just wanted to try in the neighborhood. But then he could not hold his like excitement, right? I told him it's dinner time, come home for dinner, but he could not hold himself. So he went to the nearby the Forest Hills Park. And when he come out near the highway, he had a car accident. Right within 30 minutes, his brand new track bike was crushed. The front side totally crushed, and he fell down on the ground. Thank God he did not get hurt, even without wearing a helmet. This is only God's amazing miracle. But his bike was ruined. He was devastated, like so hurt, so sad. And that night he even cried. And he saw this like total ruined, right? And he did not even get that driver's contact information. So it's all on us. And but thank God, initially I was quite angry, right? Within 30 minutes. But then I realized that he's still alive. And thank God, I told him, thank God to come home. His father get it so fierce, like so angry, and like blamed him and even yelled at him. And then, but I consult him and calm down everybody. And initially, I was also very angry. I yelled a few sentences on the cell phone, asked him to come home, and his dad picked him home. And but then after he returned home, before he returned home, I already calmed myself down. Thank God, because my all these years of like a coaching practice, right? And I could calm down, but his dad could not calm down. He maybe get angry longer time. You see, this kind of abundance journey, abundance learning, reading, everything, the wisdom practice really help you. So I used to could be very angry than the daddy, but now I'm much better. So I consult my son and help him to, he did cry in the garage with his other bikes, like older bikes, cheaper bikes, right? Which he was not satisfied anymore. And looking at his poor crushed, like a brand new expensive bike, he totally cried, and he felt guilty that he wasted so much time, money as well. And then I hugged him and I told him, thank God, let's pray God. Praise God that you are still alive. This is the best, God. And I told him there's some purpose. God is teaching you this lesson. And then after this, that event, I even drove him, let him in a shotgun position, almost like a driver, right, to experience his accident place. Initially, he did not want to go. It's a sad place, right? But I showed him from a driver's angle how he, as the bike rider, also should take that responsibility, because that's a very dangerous spot. He should have already slowed down, watch out to see if there's like a turning cars, but he did not pay attention. He was super excited and want to like quickly catch the even though all of them on the green light, right? But you are on a bike, you are more vulnerable than any car. So I taught him that lesson. And also the car is on the green light, right? Did not slow down, did not notice there will be like a bike come out. So that accident, I told him, both you and the driver should take responsibility. Both of you share responsibility. And this is a great lesson. And guess what? The even more blessing from this, we are turning this accident. Oh, by the way, later we'll fix that car, even though we spent a few more $100, but thank God. And they the truck gave us a big discount and great offer. So we took that and fixed the car. Now he's only his bike, fixed the bike. He's only his bike again. And now he's much more cautious. So he learned his lesson. That part, all the things, I thank God. And now even more, we're turning this event, this accident, into like a webinar event where I coordinate different resources, including like a tracks manager, including like New York City's the Department of Transportation Safety Education Department, and then the lawyer. His father is a lawyer, right? So all these resources were combined together to provide this webinar. I'm super excited for them. And then my son will do the presentation, and all the guest speakers will also do presentation from their angle to do the speaking, to teach the youth, teach community, to teach the parents or the community people, the public, how they should handle such kind of thing. How should they ride more safely, and also how to handle this kind of situation, right? When your bike was crushed by a car. And especially in big cities, in like New York, many other cities, they are not really like bike friendly. They're not like a really clear track for bikes. And now more and more people want to ride a bike, right? Especially through pandemic, we are adapted to more health lifestyle. So we are advocating biking and health lifestyle. But if there's no safe track, what should we do, right? So this webinar will definitely provide more great. It's just like a start. We've never heard of such kind of a webinar before. So this is a start. We turn this accident into some valuable things to contribute to our communities. So I'm super grateful. And I believe that my son also learned this lesson, learn to how to be. I believe in the future, even though he could not get a whole like 100% of gratitude, but maybe in the future, he may still feel like a pity, right? Of his bike was crushed. Well, as he learned more through this journey, contribute more, turn us into more like an accident sad message into a more positive message. I believe in the future he will learn more and more about this gratitude, this trust. So definitely praise to God. This is definitely what I resonate. I put a mark here. put a star mark here so I can refer to this more. And now next page. Begin to notice what you have in your life that you are grateful for. And when you look at life through the lens of gratitude, you don't see as many obstacles or hindrances. You see potential, you see possibilities. Then you become an open vehicle for more inspiration, more wisdom, more guidance coming from the spiritual path of your being. From Michael Bernard Beckwith. So here, like from this message, you can see that the spiritual part of your being, like your being, the spirit, we have this unit of our body, our mind, our heart, our emotions side, right? And then our spirit, all this combined, our unit is part of our being. And here is like if you look at life through the lens of gratitude, you don't see as many obstacles or hindrance. And this is actually help reduce your obstacles in your life. Do you have that experience? If you like more negative things will come to you, right? It's just like law of attraction. If you do not change your perspective, you say, oh, this is bad, that is bad. If the more complaints you have, the more like you see, oh, the whole world is like against you, right? So this is definitely, so we need to learn to change our perspective, look at life through lens of gratitude. You see, like other people say, whoa, that crash, like bad crash, right? Oh, it's horrible, it's terrible. Initially, my son was looking at it that way, right? He's so devastating. But then if we look at from the lens of gratitude, we say, wow, this is a great lesson. Thank God. I always thank God inside my heart. I know that God wants to remind him to be more cautious. Without this lesson, he may be still like run very fast with his bike and carelessly turn, right? And that could really take his life. So I'm praying every day, once he's riding outside there, every parent, we are really worried. We will pray for them. And thank God, maybe God heard that prayers and he used this to give him that lesson. Okay, now let's continue. Janine Ross, you are feeding your body. And for a long time, I didn't get that. I was eating for comfort because I was sad, because I was lonely, because I was grieving, because I was ashamed, because I felt unloved. But I didn't quite get that the food going in the mouth was about loneliness or comfort or sweetness, or because I felt empty. I didn't think to have gratitude for having a body at all. Just the sheer oath. These arms and these legs and this heart and this liver have slept me, have taken me from place to place for so many years. And what have I done to it? I have basically just said, I'm lonely. Here, eat this. There wasn't appreciation. It wasn't thank you, body. Wow, that kind of food could be poisonous. Even you cannot see the poison inside of it. If you eat food with negativity, okay, all this negativity feed your body, and that will damage your bodies as well. I remember there's such kind of new research, scientific research showing that, prove that, right? They did that kind of like feeding to, let's say, to plants, like flowers. If they every day saying curse word to the flowers, the flower will wither. And if you are every day feeling like empty, sad, and just randomly give your body any food and take it so cheap, your body will respond and take that kind of toxins, right? It's not just physical toxin, but it's really like energy toxins. So I definitely had that kind of I think previously I did not fully appreciate my body as well. And because all those emotions like marriage crisis and divorce and separation, and I felt lonely as well. I felt ashamed. I felt like a betrayed and not loved, abandoned. So my body, I did not pay a full attention, and I was so like devastated and crying, sad, super sad, like despair, right? Then my body got all this problem, especially my womb, my uterus get problem like fibroids and other like issues, bleeding issues. And I had that symptoms for quite a few years. It's horrible. Till I learned to do the abundance meditation, till I started to like really resurrect my life, get into abundance, fully accept myself and love myself, appreciate myself, and including appreciating my body. And I eventually healed myself. All the the doctors, like Eastern and Western, they're telling me like get rid of, cut all of your uterus with the surgery. Then that's so popular. All the doctors, whenever you get some big issue with your uterus, and ladies, poor ladies, so many of them had to give up their uterus. But I had that belief. I said, no, I started to appreciate my body, including my uterus, because that's a womb for my 2 babies, right? I was so grateful for that. I started to give more appreciation, gave massage, gave the healing, gave stretching, gave like all this meditation appreciation within a few months. And then through years, right? I'm now still fully like a healing it. But within some months, I healed some like a bump, big bump, like a tumor, I don't know if that's cancer or not. It's like a stone hard tumor inside my body on my uterus. I can feel that. I was so feared. But then I started to give love to it because I did not want to give it up. Give love, give massage, give every day, like that kind of appreciation to it. Within months, I healed it. So that's a definite proof of that, right? We are feeding what we feed our body. The gratitude and love can really heal your body. Okay, this is a great news for ladies. If I'm not doing this abundance coaching, I will become like a health coach. I hope our ladies there, or maybe men, if you have wives and sisters or mothers who are suffering from this, bring this message to them. Give them the hope. They do not really need to necessarily go through those horrible surgery and lose and give up their part of the body, right? You can really help you heal yourself. We have that magical power. Oprah said, I think about that a lot. Certainly, the more mature you get and thoughtful about yourself and your life, like, wow, my heart has been pumping for 62 years. Wow. And when you go to the doctor, I say, wow, my beautiful heart, you pump on, girl. Yes, that's pretty amazing. Janine said, it is amazing and we don't consider it. Oprah said, because we take for granted, right? Every day, just like air, just like, let's say, like the fresh air, like the trees around us and water. We have the supplies, right? All the things, if we are taking it every day, we took it for granted. And Oprah said, whenever you are in your life right now, your heart has been doing that. Jenny said, without you asking. Oprah said, thousands of times a day, without you asking. Say this heart, we were created with all this, not just heart, right? All these parts, we could not live without it, even like a skin. See our hands, and now I can hold my book. My hand can hold my book. My eyes can see you. I can breathe with my nose, right? And my mouth can speak. I can hear myself. All these things I can touch, I can feel. A little bit cold. Today is still cold in New York. And I can touch this book, holding it, feeling so grateful. And all this part of our bodies, right? Rest, my brain. I appreciate my brain. So smart girl. And my heart is such a grateful heart and also a giving heart, a loving heart. Appreciate all. And now I could comprehend all this wisdom. So endless thanks. If you every day just count this, you have endless thanks. Next one is from Cheryl Straight. Oprah said, do you think that every person has that truth within them to speak, whether they can write it or not? Cheryl Straight said, I do. I mean, obviously, the work I do is as a writer, but the life I have is as a human. I think that every time you find that strength to show your truest self, you risk showing that self that makes you feel a little uncomfortable, a little like you found out you might be the weird one after all. My daughter's there. Okay, she's coming home. Oprah said, well, not just risk, to be brave enough to break your own heart, which is your quote. Sure. Hello, Thenia, how are you? Hello. You can say it's okay. Cheryl said, that's right. Being brave enough to risk in intimacy, to risk rejection, to risk failure, and all of the best things come when you do that. Oprah said, because when you risk all of those things, you are really daring to be more human. Cheryl said, you are, and sometimes you learn things the hard way and you never forget it, do you? Right. My son learned that lesson hard way. I believe for whole his life, he will not forget it. And so being brave enough to break your own heart is about being brave enough to make the decisions that end up being really right for you. And also brave enough to sometimes make a decision that wasn't the best one in the end, right? We cannot guarantee every time we make the best decision, we can make a lot of mistakes, more mistakes than what is right. But you learn from it and life goes on. Hard times will come, but you know what else will always come? A sunrise and a sunset. And so it's up to you. You want to be there for it, be there for it. It's about your perspective and gratitude. And those two things are so key to a happy life. See here, like they always connect gratitude and perspective together. So gratitude is actually before the gratitude, I just feeling like before gratitude becomes that kind of feeling, it's first a thinking, right? From your thinking, and let me put a note here, from thinking to your feeling. I mean, the first half of that perspective, half of that kind of what we call mindset. So you could have this kind of gratitude, think of things from the like a grateful perspective, and then you feel grateful, and then you feel it. Okay, you feel that kind of love and joy and peace, that gratitude. Okay, so this is quite amazing of how we get to a gratitude. Let's read one more, okay? And today, because our beginning, I did that YouTube testing. Maybe today I could not finish chapter 8. So let me read one more, okay? We will end here. Caroline Miss, do you ever have that in an argument with someone where you get so fired up and you think, oh, I could just say this? And all of a sudden a voice says, you sure you want to do that? Because it's a game changer. If you say that, that's grace. That's a great reminder to you. That's a guidance. That's a grace guidance. When sometimes we feel like we could not control ourselves, right? We are losing ourselves, and the grace, the guidance is there. The grace that comes in and says, you can never take it back. Oh, that's like hold your horse. Do not just release everything, unleash everything, right? Because those negative things, once you get it out, you cannot never take it out. Like they said, negative things could be like nails put in other people's heart, and you can, even the nails is out, there's still a hole there. So be cautious. Hello, Ambrose. Everybody's coming home. Happy family moment. Okay. The voice that comes in and says, I'm going to prevent you from doing something really ruinous right now. Wow, that's grace. That's grace and the wisdom right working on the spot. Here is grace. Grace is the kind of thing that comes in and says, you will be all right, and it goes away. Grace is the kind of thing that says, put your hand on that person just for a minute. That's like people call it like consciousness and also consensus. And you could feel an energy go through you, and that energy calm them down. And it doesn't give you an exact explanation. When you are flushed with worry and you think, am I going to be all right? And then you suddenly know, yes, yes, you are. Grace is a power that comes in, wow, comes in and transforms a moment to something better. This is amazing and without invitation. You never know that, but when you are at some like edge, you may turn into some like bad or evil person, right? Or do something you may regret later. The grace is showing there, but the grace is not just like automatically, let's say, it's automatically strong or obvious enough. It's like you need to grow it. You need to really grow it. For people who are not like conscious, their grace will be like the voice will be weaker. But if you, like, for example, read every day, learn wisdom every day, and keep changing yourself, keep improving yourself, that grace voice will become stronger and stronger. It's just like you're feeding it. You're feeding your body. You're feeding your grace as well. You're feeding your soul. Your soul needs feeding as well. Okay. So, wow, that's for today. I hope you enjoyed this moment with me. I'm super happy. I hope this YouTube thing, live thing will work in the future. And I'm not putting like a strict fixed time. I will do it as a flow because I want to really enjoy it instead of like taking it as a burden or as a task. This is truly what I love to do, right? So we will be flexible. Whenever you catch it. Otherwise, you can watch the replay on YouTube. Okay. So by the way, I will share that link later, maybe for my other communities from Facebook, from LinkedIn, so that you can have the link. Everyone, let's see. I will look forward to come back tomorrow. So that actually, this is a new challenge for me because I need to better arrange my daytime to get my reading. Sometimes on Instagram, it's convenient. I could do at even very late night, right? Whenever I get time. But now on YouTube, I can still do it. YouTube, I now think it's a worldwide, right? 24 hours, like a worldwide. If it's not for the US, then other planets, people could maybe get it. So, but anyway, on the YouTube replay, you can always get it. I'm super grateful for this time, for this abundance reading 365 days challenge. I'm so happy that we started this. Today's our 118 days. We will definitely continue, and I will look forward to sharing more in-depth wisdom journey with you all. Okay. And by the way, our challenge this year is for totally 12 books, at least 12 books. So we'll read both personal development and wisdom books, and also for entrepreneurs, right? We also need a business success mindset or success business successful practice. Those great strategies books as well. So it's here for our personal growth and also for our business growth, for our abundance. Okay, everyone, I'm super happy to share this abundance journey with you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Okay, remember to come back.